Okay, we're live.
Hello, we are in a Rocket community sync. We can start by a talk about VT-enabled containers with Rocket.
So Jel from Intel will give this talk/demo. And yeah, whenever you're ready.
Okay, I am. So there will be no demo, only some notes for beginners who want to know what's about VT in our solution. So
Okay.
speaking about please give me a second. I have to ensure that I can share this with you.
Yeah, we can see something.
Okay, so idea was to secure, add additional security to containers with abilities which are already usable on processor side. This ability is using VT. So basically, it's based on using whole VMs. Using whole VMs, as we know, is a bit hard to innovate. So our solution was focused to minimize overheat of as virtualization or operating system which is needed in a virtual machine to run application. We achieved this basing on modular nature of Rocket, providing new stage 1, which is imitating interfaces which can be found on usual containers engines. To achieve that, we chose LKVM as LKVM aka KVM tool as execution engine, under which we are using exactly the same as CoreOS flavor bits. So basically, we extended or replaced stage 1 with whole system D run it under queued down kernel, which is started by LKVM. This seems a bit hard for the start because interfaces in container world are kind of different from the from ones which are found in how to call this usual execution drivers based on C groups. So we have to mimic network interfaces which are which should look like used in container wars using additional transport. This was achieved using tuned TAP interfaces or Mac VLAN as TAP interface. So for this moment, our stage 1 supports most functionality which is found on CoreOS flavor. Missing parts are IPv LAN support. This is because in VM world, VM are, using whole VMs virtualization. There is no particular interface which could mimic this method to provide a network stack. But as far as I know, Google guys are working on extending IPv LAN in similar method as it's done in MAC-VLAN area. So there is MAC-VTAP interface, and probably in similar way will be added IPv LAN interface. Additionally, we also added driver for Flannel networking for Kubernetes for bigger setups. We are providing similar to CoreOS flavor isolation for processes, isolation of CPU or memory. And in next steps, we will be working on optimizations, which includes resource optimization, resource like memory, CPU, or CPU will be in performance optimization. Resource optimization in, or to be more precise, memory optimization will be handled by using same basic file system which will contain systemd, SSH server, and additional things which could be shared between running containers, PODs. We want to use this as a file which could be shared between LKVM instances, and then we plan to provide overlay on that, but not using overlay.fs. Instead of, we have to use some bin modes to provide unit files which will be starting applications, starting other things. And this is basically the idea for how to share this same memory between containers. We are also working on a test suite from 88 tests which are currently in Rocket test site. We have, as far as I remember, 85 tests passing. This work can be found on PR, which is publical. And also we are working on tools which could be used in future to check if Rocket, not only KVM flavored, but for any flavor, if there are some regressions in performance area, so in startup time, in basically in startup time and memory or CPU usage. Probably we will release this tool or add this as a pull request in time of 2 or 3 weeks. So, any question about this?
That looks good. I am curious how you do test. Like, do you run the unit test on your laptop, or do you do it somewhere in the cloud, or in another way?
For this moment, we are always using our developer machines. With one exception, tests for end-to-end points in which we are using Kubernetes are running on bare metal using CoreOS as a host system. And we are in a work to prepare bare metal testing environment for CI/CD. So this will be a tool to help speed up our development cycle. And also, I cannot ensure that it could be used in future as this something like Gate in OpenStack world. Or something like semaphore used now in Rocket, but I'll be pushing my management to give an access or integrate this with GitHub, so after each pull request, we can ensure that there is no regression in startup time or some memory leaks which we could miss. So this is the plan, and for now, correct answer for your question would be that most tests are done by I call this as bio CI, which is Michał Stachowski at this point.
Nice. Okay, thanks a lot.
Any additional questions?
I don't think I have any. Do you have any?
No, I will have a look at IRC or on the Google Doc if someone has questions.
Apparently not. Okay, thanks a lot, Piotr. Yeah, looks good. I'm really looking forward to see those tests. So yeah, that was demo talk. Well, talk more than demo.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have some items in the agenda to discuss. Yeah, so Rocket release, it will be tomorrow, I think. And we'll try to get the host name flag in. That helps with Kubernetes. It's some requirement. And maybe we can also get the logs in the API service, which was pending on a pull request on the CoreOS package repository so we don't have to link to systemd, but we can deal open. So John reviewed a bit the pull request today, so maybe we can try to get that in, and then we can try to implement get logs, which is almost implemented, just depending on that.
Changes, or it just needs that packet dependency to be built?
Sorry, can you repeat?
Does that need any changes, or is it just waiting on the dependency?
I think I have a branch with the dependency updated, and it worked, so it should be straightforward. Okay. Also, we will do proper sign-in this time. well, I wrote try to do, but yeah, pretty sure we can do it. So yeah. And yeah, that's it for the release. Any questions about that? Any things you need in the release, although it's a bit late?
Maybe support for sysctl in CNI, but this requires merge in CNI, and I'm still waiting for additional review.
Mm-hmm.
But health of CNI is next point on the agenda, so
maybe we can talk about that.
Yeah.
Later. Yeah. Okay. So as a Linux, you want to talk about it, Album?
Yes. So the way that people did a lot of work on it, there was patch on SE Linux, patch on systemd nspawn, patch on Rocket, and it's getting integrated. And there will be more patch needed in the kernel about overlay FS. So that's work in progress. But on GitHub, there was a report of it working when all the pages were together.
Okay.
So the issue about SLNX was it was not working on Fedora out of the box when using the Rocket release before user needed to disable SLNX on Fedora. And that work is being done so that it just work on Fedora without having to disable SLNX.
Okay, so the patches in Rocket are merged. The patches on Fedora Linux are merged too, I think. And so the patch on systemd nspawn, we're trying to, well, it's merged, but we would need to get the new version of systemd nspawn in the CoreOS flavor. So we are trying to do that. There's a pull request on CoreOS overlay about systemd 229. And yeah, maybe we can backport the patch for systemd nspawn, because if not, we'll have to wait until they release 2.30, which is not going to be very soon. So yeah.
It's a similar issue for Rocket in Fedora when it's used as from the official RPM. It used the host flavor, so it will need the patch to be in the systemd RPM in Fedora.
You file a bug about that, right? Or you?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happened there.
It's trackable in our issue tracker also, as I remember. Alban was added this URL to issue, as I remember.
We didn't get that. Sorry, can you repeat?
As I remember, in our issue tracker in Rocket, there is an URL for this issue in Red Hat tracker. I'm correct in this?
Yeah, exactly. I think you posted it, Album.
Yes. That's for the backport of the systemd patch in Fedora.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so yeah, hopefully we can get systemd 229 with this patch, and everything will work fine. Also solving this issue where the exit status of the apps is not propagated outside Rocket. Yeah, some people were complaining about that. So
by the way, do you have any update on better FS support with overlay FS? Is another interesting issue.
Well, it is interesting, but yeah.
I don't have update on that. I don't know if someone else has.
Me neither, but it's very annoying for people using a Butterfest.
I can provide a little bit extra. I can provide a little bit of extra information on that, and that notably I recently saw that there was a kernel bug reported, and some people were working on it. So hopefully a future version of the kernel will fix it.
Okay, is there any actual patch or just the bug report?
When I last looked at this was admittedly a week or two ago, there was not a patch yet, and people were. It sounded like they were close to identifying what the issue was.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, so hopefully soon. Okay, Rocket Natives. Ivan, do you want to give a quick status update?
Yeah, so we are still fixing end-to-end test failures and running end-to-end tests. daily. Last week we kind of blocked on a bug, on some issues when we update the Rocket version to the current master. So and found out a bunch of issues when the install mount problem and others like related to the Kubernetes proxy networking issues. So what we want from the Rocket team is when the FC host file issues and the then the configurable CNI directory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is the choose like I think more clear what we want to do probably.
Okay.
And the logging to host journal with tags is the idea about how to handle the loggings for Kubernetes pods. Because currently they use the fluentd to collect the logs, and I think we need to like make first have fluentd to support reading logs from journal files. But I was discussed with Chance yesterday, so it seems like more complicated to have to have fluentd like collect each journal files from each container pod. So probably we will want to do something like to just have the fluentd to process one journal log, which it contains all the pods logs and with some tags, so the fluentd can filter them later.
You mentioned something called SlimD?
No, fluentd.
Fluentd. Okay, yeah, it's kind of hard to hear what you're saying. Fluentd, okay.
On the tags, are they tags from fluentd or tags from something else?
So we want to like when an app like uh, output its logs to the journal, we also want to have the ability to like specify some tags for each output.
Mm-hmm. Is it to distinguish each app to know which?
Yes. Distinguish each app, each pod, and also like we need to inject some useful information like the namespace and the name of the pod, something like that.
Okay. Is there an issue tracking this?
Well, no, but I have like created an issue on how to like get the fluentd systemd plugin work. I need to try.
Yeah, I wanted to ask this thing I was talking about before, the get logs pull requests that didn't get merged to Rocket. Is that important, or should we not focus on that?
It's probably not as much as important because currently I just use general CTL to get a log.
Okay. So you just shell out.
Yeah.
Okay. So we try to focus on the other things. Okay. Thanks. Shaya, do you have any updates on C Advisor?
So they gave me a lot of comments with my drop of the handler. I fixed it up. I integrated it with the Rocket API service, and I uploaded my pull request yesterday. It's nicer now. It uses, like, instead of introspecting C groups for things like to get a PID for the network namespace, it uses the API service by just asking for the pod descriptor, and it gets the end spawn PID from that, which has already set up the network namespace, and it works for me. I'm waiting to get some feedback from them. I had to do a little hack, which I was talking with Ifan about, that I have it set up that when it dials the API service, it times out. Because, like, right now, for instance, their current tests don't run with the API service running, and people could use cAdvisor. Like, it's a way it sort of works with Docker, that if the Docker handler cannot connect to Docker, the Docker daemon, it basically errors out that handler and doesn't enable it. So I figure the same way we have a timeout, because otherwise gRPC just tries to connect forever, it seems. So if I put in like a few second timeout, so if it doesn't connect, Rocket's not on the machine. And but things like that might have to be discussed if it's the right way to do it.
Okay.
Is it a pull request on Kubernetes?
Yes. Oh no, on cAdvisor.
cAdvisor. Okay. Yeah, if you can include the URL in the agenda, that will help.
Okay, hold on.
Okay. So anything else, Rocket natives? No. Okay.
No.
So next.
There was question about the health of the CNI repository. Stefan, do you see them?
I'm sorry?
There was some question about the health of the CNI repository on the agenda. Question about unit on integration test. There are already tests in CNI, are there?
You cannot hear.
Sorry, I cannot hear you.
Stefan, we still can't hear you.
No, we cannot. We cannot.
Are you muted or something? No? Okay, you can try sign language.
Maybe some connector is not connected. Microphone connector.
Yeah, or try to rejoin the call maybe, I don't know.
Okay. Stefan left.
Okay, so in the meantime, anyone wants to tell some jokes?
So,
I'm very bad.
better. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah?
Okay, good. We can hear you now.
Cool. I saw the green lines all along, so.
Okay.
We are currently focusing on tests in CNI. We have a new maintainer that is highly motivated to introduce tests for every existing package. And we also request tests for every pull request. So, Jel, back to your comment about waiting for review. I think Zach already requested tests for your pull request, so it's basically depending on that for now.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so what's missing?
So I'm looking on this issue, and I didn't see there any request for test, but not a problem. Okay, I'll try to add someone.
If you have any, if you need any pointers for how to run tests, because we have, we're using a framework for tests that wraps around.
A template for some tests for some functionality, which can I reuse and
there's a couple packages that already have tests. Just look at the test script, which is in the root of the repository. And it tells you which packages are already tested, and you can look at the code for there. Okay.
Okay, I will do this.
Okay. If you have questions, just ping me on IRC.
Okay.
And the next point was more people should review code. Well, we're doing all we can. I don't know who added this point.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know, but I don't remember. Anyway, okay, so you have a new maintainer, so that should help a bit.
It should help a bit, yes.
But yeah, otherwise, people feel free to review.
Of course, everyone's invited. And
I don't need innovation, so I'm doing that also.
Good. Thanks for that, by the way. And about the roadmap, we haven't really decided what the roadmap is for now. We are certain that IPv6 support is pretty high or pretty early in the roadmap, and that completing the tests is pretty early in the roadmap. And we also want to make it easier to add new functionality, because we've been seeing people are having a hard time to contribute new functionality, especially the PRs. They need a lot of pointers and advice, and to be honest, the maintainers also don't have a clear vision how new functionality is currently to be added. So we also have to work on the framework itself, which probably will consist of a library and a command line tool in the first place, which will help to manage more complex situations.
Okay. Okay, cool. Thank you, Stefan.
Any more questions?
I'm having a look at IRC on the Google Doc. I don't see new questions.
Okay, I don't have questions. Okay. Anything else? Okay, so my request timed out, so I guess we can finish the community sync. So thanks everybody, and see you the next one.
Have a nice release day.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, guys.